To evaluate the inverse cosine of negative half, let's first of all think about what our cosine graph looks like. We mark our major key points. Our cosine graph starts at 1, goes to 0, down to -1, back to 0, and then back up to 1. So there's our cosine graph. So in this problem, we are wanting to find a value of theta that when we take the cosine of it, we get negative half. And realize that inverse cosine is defined between 0 and pi. So if I only look at this section of the graph, I'm trying to find the value that would match with the answer being negative half. So I'm looking for a number that falls in between pi over 2 and pi. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to draw a reference triangle. I know that cosine is defined to be adjacent over hypotenuse. So ignoring the negative for a moment, if the adjacent over the hypotenuse side on this triangle is a half, then the third side would have to be the square root of 3, and theta would match up to have a reference angle of 60 degrees, which in radians is pi over 3. But I want my answer to be between pi over 2 and pi, which places it in the second quadrant. So to find the final answer, when I know the reference angle is pi over 3, I would take pi and subtract pi over 3 to get a final answer of, get a common denominator, 2 pi over 3. So the inverse cosine of negative half is 2 pi over 3.